The year is 1666, a time when London was a thriving hub of commerce and culture. London, a bustling metropolis of wooden buildings and narrow streets, is about to face its greatest challenge. The city, with its labyrinthine alleys and timber-framed houses, is a tinderbox waiting to ignite. Imagine a city teeming with life, its inhabitants unaware of the impending disaster. People go about their daily routines, blissfully ignorant of the catastrophe that looms on the horizon. The smell of fresh bread from the bakeries mingles with the stench of open sewers. The air is thick with the sense of everyday life, a stark contrast to the chaos that is about to unfold. Merchants hawk their wares, their voices competing with the clatter of horse-drawn carriages. The streets are alive with the sounds of commerce, a symphony of human activity. This was London on the eve of the Great Fire, a city full of promise and potential, yet vulnerable to the forces of nature and human error. Little did Londoners know that a fiery inferno was about to engulf their city, leaving a permanent mark on its history. The fire would start small, but its impact would be monumental. What began as a small, seemingly containable incident in a baker's shop quickly escalated into one of the most catastrophic events in London's history. The flames spread rapidly, fueled by the wooden structures and strong winds. The Great Fire of London, as it came to be known, raged for days, reshaping the city's physical landscape and forever altering the lives of its citizens. The aftermath was a scene of devastation, but it also marked the beginning of a new chapter in London's storied history.
In the heart of London on Pudding Lane lived Thomas Farriner, the King's baker. In the early hours of Sunday, September 2nd, a fire broke out in his bakery. It is believed that a spark from the oven ignited nearby fuel, possibly firewood or coal. The flames quickly spread through the bakery, fueled by the wooden structure and flammable materials within. The fire spread rapidly, fueled by the dry summer weather and a strong easterly wind. London at this time was a city primarily built from timber. Its houses were tightly packed together along narrow, winding streets. This created a perfect environment for the fire to thrive.
The fire quickly jumped from building to building. The wind carried burning embers, spreading the fire far and wide. The narrow, winding streets acted as chimneys, funneling the fire and increasing its intensity. London's water supply was inadequate for such a large-scale fire. The city relied on a system of lead pipes and wooden water mains, many of which were destroyed in the early stages of the blaze. Panic gripped the city as the fire spread with terrifying speed. People desperately tried to flee their homes, carrying what few possessions they could. The streets became choked with people, carts and animals, hindering the efforts to fight the fire.
The initial response to the fire was chaotic. People formed bucket brigades, desperately passing buckets of water from hand to hand. However, these efforts proved largely ineffective against the sheer scale and intensity of the blaze. The Lord Mayor of London, Sir Thomas Bloodworth, was slow to respond to the crisis. He hesitated to order the demolition of buildings to create fire breaks, fearing the cost and potential legal repercussions. By the time more decisive action was taken, the fire had already grown out of control. The use of gunpowder to create fire breaks, a last-ditch effort to stop the fire's advance, had limited success.
For 4 relentless days and nights, the fire raged through the heart of London, consuming everything in its path with an unquenchable fury.
It consumed everything in its path, leaving a trail of destruction and despair. The fire's path was marked by charred ruins and smoldering debris, a testament to its devastating power.
By the time it was finally extinguished, the Great Fire had destroyed approximately 13,200 houses, 87 parish churches, St. Paul's Cathedral, and countless other buildings. The city's landscape was forever altered.
It is estimated that over 70,000 people were made homeless, representing a significant portion of the city's population. Families were left without shelter, their homes reduced to ashes.
The fire had a devastating impact on the city's economy. The cost of rebuilding was astronomical, and the economic repercussions were felt for years.
Businesses were destroyed, trade routes disrupted, and countless livelihoods ruined. The bustling trade that once defined London came to a standstill.
The loss of life, while relatively low compared to the scale of the destruction, was still significant. Each life lost was a tragedy, a story cut short by the flames.
Many people perished in the fire itself, unable to escape the rapidly spreading inferno, while others succumbed to the effects of smoke inhalation, their lungs filled with the acrid smoke, or the chaos that ensued. The panic and confusion only added to the tragedy, as people struggled to find safety amidst the chaos.
Section 6. Turning the tide, halting the inferno. By Tuesday, September 4th, the wind began to die down, which aided in the efforts to control the fire. The Tower of London played a crucial role in stopping the fire's eastward spread. Its garrison, under the command of John Robinson, used gunpowder to create a large firebreak, preventing the flames from reaching the tower's arsenal and potentially causing an even greater catastrophe. With the wind abating and more coordinated efforts in place, the fire was gradually brought under control. Firefighters, soldiers, and ordinary citizens worked tirelessly to extinguish the remaining flames and prevent any further spread.
Section 7. Rising from the ruins, rebuilding London. In the aftermath of the fire, London faced the daunting task of rebuilding. I appointed a commission to oversee the reconstruction effort, led by architect Christopher Wren. Wren envisioned a new London, one with wider streets, open spaces, and buildings constructed of less flammable materials like brick and stone. While Wren's grand vision for a completely redesigned city was not fully realized due to practical constraints and resistance from landowners, his ideas had a significant influence on the rebuilding process. The new London that emerged from the ashes was undoubtedly a safer and more fire-resistant city.
Section 8. A city transformed, lasting legacies of the fire. The Great Fire of London, while undeniably a tragedy, also served as a catalyst for significant changes. The rebuilding efforts led to improvements in urban planning, sanitation, and fire safety. The disaster also highlighted the inadequacies of London's infrastructure, prompting improvements in water supply and firefighting techniques. The fire had a profound impact on London's social fabric. It forced people from all walks of life to come together, breaking down traditional social barriers. The rebuilding process also created opportunities for innovation and economic growth.
Section 9. Echoes of the Flames, Remembering the Great Fire. The Great Fire of London remains a pivotal event in the city's history, etched in the collective memory of its people. It began on the 2nd of September 1666 and raged for 4 days, consuming thousands of homes, churches and landmarks. The monument, a towering column designed by Christopher Wren and Robert Hooke, stands tall near the site where the fire is believed to have started, serving as a constant reminder of the disaster. This iconic structure not only commemorates the tragedy, but also celebrates the resilience and determination of Londoners who rebuilt their city from the ashes. The Great Fire of London stands as a testament to both the destructive power of fire and the resilience of the human spirit. The aftermath saw the city rise again, with improved building regulations and urban planning to prevent such a catastrophe from happening again. It serves as a stark reminder of the importance of preparedness, the need for effective urban planning, and the enduring capacity for renewal and transformation in the face of adversity. Today, the monument stands not just as a memorial, but as a symbol of hope and the enduring spirit of London.